Hello everybody, Mike Arnold here, co-founder Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Not much going on in Bitcoin. It's in this sort of wide consolidation phase, congestion area. Moving averages all gone flat and wavy, which just means we pretty much ignore them on the 4-hour time frame. I have a little short-term retracement on here because the key levels I'm watching, this was 50% level right here, which was essentially 10,900. Dipped below it a couple times, back above it. By the way, this was not a double bottom because it was not reversing a big enough move, so that's why we're not using the targets for that. The key area is this 62.5% retracement. If we break down below this 10,900, I'm really watching 10,600 because that's a 62.5% retracement for this up move, and it's reinforced by this 8th Gann harmonic right there. So that's very critical. If we drop below that on a closing basis, then I'm going to be watching for a return to the most recent lows. Key resistance on the cluster side right now coming in at 11,775. So I'm watching for a close above that to then tackle the most recent swing high, which was 12,065. So if we get a close above about this 11,000, we can even call it 11,800. Then I'll be watching for return to the highs, and then you can also do the projections up here. Next key level we'll be watching though is about a return to about 12,400. So if I break out to the upside, we'll be watching for the return to 12,065, then about 12,400. A breakdown, if we get below the 50% level, we'll be watching that critical level 10,600, and then if we break below that, we'll be watching for a return to the most recent swing lows. It right now still favors a rally slightly. You can see here we've dipped below the rotation zone on the daily chart a couple times, but we've not closed below the rotation zone. Every time we've dipped into it, we've stayed above the bottom of the rotation zone. So that's the other critical area right now. That's coming in above this 10,600, below this 10,900, right in the middle. So really watch. If we close below, it'll be a warning sign if you get a close below 10,900, but then you're really going to want to watch this 10,800 level just to see for a closing basis only, not necessarily support, but as you're going to want to watch that on a daily chart to see if we close below that, because then that'll violate the rotation zone, and then we'll start watching for those bigger pullbacks. But right now, since we are going with the rotation zone, it does favor still a return to the most recent swing highs by just a few percentage points. Switching over to Ethereum. Ethereum also been in some consolidation, just got a nice little ramp up bar, closing it above the most recent consolidation level. So to put up our projections, we had a little cluster about this 306 area, and then 311, not quite getting yet to 311, stopping just above 310. Right now, first level support on a pullback is this little shelf right here. That we're watching for is about 302. If we break below that, we're starting to get the separation. If we do break below that, I'm going to be watching this next little shelf area with the rising rotation zone, which comes at about 297.50 area. So that's key. If we drop back below that, when it's a false breakout, we're back into consolidation. Level we're really watching for a close below on the downside would be about 283. Now, once we get another pause here, you can always update these levels. If we rotate back up, let's just say this was the pause. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll just show you hypothetically. That would give you the next minor levels. So you'd want to update it there if that was the pausing bar. And then beyond that, I then start going to the reverse Gann box up to this swing high set back on June 29th. Let's check in that daily chart. Daily chart, so you can see it finally did close, the rotation zone closed below it, and this has gone flat. So this really key area, again, that 283, if we close below that, then we'll start watching for the pullback to the lower levels. Right now, if we do close outside this range today, so really pay attention to this closing price of this bar. So a close above about the 304 level would be a close below this most recent consolidation phase. Then we'd start watching for a return to that 318 area, and then 329 based off the daily time frame. So we have for you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.